Mike Elko is the head coach of Duke. What did you get for your 26th birthday? Do you remember?
My 26th birthday.
Yeah,
Holy cow.
Yeah, exactly.
A Richmond Spider hat. I think I was a Richmond Spider coach at that time in my life.
Happy birthday. Well, Sebastian Howe of the Hurricanes got a $78 million contract.
I think Sebastian's a little bit more athletic than I am.
Oh, I don't know about that. Last year, you and I spoke. We spoke a few times last year, but before the season started, we had no idea. So talk to me about how last year transpired and what impressed you most about your group last year.
Yeah, I think you come in not knowing what you're getting into, right? And obviously you see some results from the previous 2 years that aren't overly impressive, and so you don't really know. And I think the first thing that jumps out is we have a tremendous character in our locker room. You start to realize pretty quickly that we've got a culture that we can build off of, and so you try to get them to invest in each other and invest back in the program. We really cranked up the intensity of the off-season workouts, and you see them not blink and not flinch. And so then you know you got a chance. And then, you get into the season and we've got this quarterback who turns out to be a pretty good football player. And we do a much better job with turnover margin. And we play like a more physical team, and we run the ball better and we stop the run better. And, all of that translates into a successful season. Now we got to do it again.
And I think you can make the argument that with returning players and another year, and I've only heard rumors about Riley Leonard taking another giant step forward and another year at the position for a wide receiver position for Jordan Moore and what he was able to do last year, and your talent on both lines of scrimmage. And it's easy to make the case that you're a better team. But I was looking at your schedule. Did you make somebody mad?
I think I did. I think I offended Jim Phillips at some point along the way.
Holy cow! You ready for the opener?
Not now. No, listen. The coach speak says you give me a schedule and we play it, and that's the best we can do. And, obviously, as I tell people this all the time, because this is the reality, as a football coach and a football mind, I want 12 teams that I'm 28-point favorites against every week, right? As the Duke CEO, this is what we need. We need these big opportunities on these big stages to grow our brand. And, I know we've got a great group of kids. I know we're working extremely hard. I know we're going to go out and we're going to compete. We're going to play good football, and, we'll find out if it's enough. But it's a great opportunity for us to put our brand on a national stage and see what happens.
Labor Day night.
Labor Day, Monday night.
That is amazing. And I forget who the opponent is, but nothing is
someone will remind you between now and then.
Nothing is expected of the Clemson Tigers at all. What did you learn from year one that leads you to make, I don't know about changes or tweaks that you make in preparation for year two? We talked to Jacob a couple of minutes ago, and as a leader, and he's kind of making sure that everybody is pointed in the right direction, but I don't think he has to really kind of, bust any skulls here. I think everybody's pretty dialed in.
Yeah, no, I think obviously our guys are excited about where we've come in a short period of time, and they're excited about the opportunity. I think they recognize this is a unique opportunity for them in Duke football. We got a lot of starters back. We got a lot of guys who have been together for a really long time. They care about each other. They care about this program. And it's almost, for some of them, it's a last hurrah, right? Dwayne Carter, Jacob Monk. Those guys have been around this program for a really, really long time. They've seen the highs and lows, and they want to finish it the right way. They want to finish their career the right way. And, they know they've put themselves in a position where they can go out there and be successful. It's just whether or not we can make enough plays to get this thing over the hump.
Mike Elko is the head coach. I think one of the signs of respect is that we've already seen your name pop up. Like, candidates for X job. It was the Northwestern situation, which I don't want to get into that particular thing, but your name already popped up, and then you get a contract extension. So good for floating your name out there. So we can get that out of the way.
Yeah. So the extension, I don't think had anything to do with that. And I tell people this all the time because this is the reality, and I dealt with this a lot as a defensive coordinator. You are one day away from getting another job or being fired no matter what you do. And so, right now people talk highly about us when we lose to Clemson. If we lose to Clemson, they're going to want to run me out of Durham. So that's just the nature of coaching. And so, just kind of roll with that stuff as it comes along. It doesn't mean much to me or what we're doing. We know what we're building. We know what we're committed to at Duke, and we're excited for the future.
What do you think about the future, the immediate future of Duke football and how it sits in the ACC?
Yeah, I mean, I think we took this job knowing that there was a ceiling for Duke football that had started maybe to get pushed a little bit in the early days of the Cutcliffe era, and that kind of created a ceiling that was a little bit more reachable. But we think the ceiling for this program is really high. I think we have the opportunity to offer something that's really unique, and in this day and age of NIL and transfer portal and all the different things going on, we can really provide people with something unique. And that's an opportunity to compete and play at a really high level in football and get an amazing degree and set themselves up for life. And so I think we sit at a spot that I don't know that we really thought we could get to this quickly. We've really elevated ourselves. We put ourselves into a spotlight where people are talking about us a little bit more regular. Now we got to go out and we got to back it up, and we got to continue to grow.
The Duke brand is obviously very strong, and that's kind of what you're discussing. Who's the best recruiter, or what is the best recruiting tool that you have?
Our former players. I mean, I think the best thing about Duke is when you get into a room with a former player and it cracks the stereotype of what a Duke football player would be.
Right.
It's not a bunch of guys who grew up dreaming that they were going to go crush it at Duke academically. It's a bunch of people that wound up at Duke and then had Duke change their lives. I think they would tell you the experience and what they learned in their 4 years, the people they met with, the people they connected to, really changed their life and launched them into these amazing different directions. And that sells.
I know you have to go, but I want to ask you one more quick thing. I had heard a rumor that you were a soccer fan. Or do you are you a European soccer fan?
Yeah, so I'm a diehard Arsenal fan.
Oh, look, you had a great year.
We did. We did.
Look, whatever at the end. Kind
but no, it was
gas.
We were a little bit ahead of schedule, and Mikel Arteta is a phenomenal manager, and he's got us going in the right direction.
Oh, you absolutely are. Do you like Kai Havertz? You happy with Declan Rice?
I'm a big Declan Rice fan.
Okay.
I'm a little jury out on Kai, but we'll see how that goes.
He's got a problem in front of goal.
He's just got to figure out where he fits into our structure and our scheme, and if he's going to be in the midfield, just got to get back to getting used to tracking back and doing those things.
He's good between the 20s.
Yeah, but hey, listen, I'm no expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I follow it, and I'm a fan.
Well, we're going to talk more about it.
Love it. Appreciate you having me on.
Mike Elko, the head coach at Duke. He's an Arsenal fan.